What happens on the Weber Searwood or whatever pellet grill you might have when you remove the grates and you remove the flavorizer bar and try to cook steak on a rotisserie with direct flame coming straight out of that diffuser? We're gonna find out today. Hopefully great meat. Let's do it.
Basement.
All right, we got our 4 thick boy ribeye steaks here. They look fantastic. Can't wait to put them over an open flame. We're gonna see if that works. We're gonna season with Kinder's The Blend. This is their SPG salt, pepper, garlic blend. And we're gonna go nice and thick. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me get that fly off the lens. Got it. And Donnie. Are you okay?
No.
You took one for the team. We're gonna go nice and thick over these guys, get plenty of seasoning on there because they're so thick. We're not worried about over seasoning. All right, let's do it. All right, and there we have it. We're not using any kind of binder because we're gonna stick these back in the fridge for about an hour. Let that seasoning soak in, let the salt pull out the juices and go back in and make these nice and succulent. So we'll see you in about an hour. All right, it's been an hour that they've been in the fridge. They're looking beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and skewer these things on the rotisserie. This is always the interesting part. So far, so good. Now we wanna alternate this way and that way so we can try to keep the balance. Now, we want them to be over the left flame and the right flame, and we might have to adjust once we see them out there. All right, let's go get it out there, get that grill started. So here we are at the Weber Searwood. Now, as you can see, I've removed the grates. I've removed the flavorizer bar. So we're gonna have the diffuser directly putting flame on the steaks on either side. We'll use the manual mode and we'll adjust it accordingly. So hopefully we don't either overcook them or undercook them. So let's go ahead and get this guy mounted. And if you have a Weber Searwood and you don't have the rotisserie attachment, I highly suggest you get it because there are a lot of different cooks you can do with it. And usually they turn out very well. One thing that's gonna be hard to avoid, the steak that is closest on this side and this side is probably gonna get a little bit more flame. We'll see what happens. It's an experiment, you never know. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna temp spike right through the middle. We're gonna set this to manual mode and we're gonna start at level 5. All right, we got a couple minutes till this thing fires up and I'm gonna shut the lid, let it get that initial smoke, and then once it's going, we'll open the lid and we're gonna do this all open flame and see what happens. I'm excited. I'm also, I wouldn't say nervous, but I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna turn out. This is experimental, obviously. We'll see in a few minutes. I did crank this up to 10 because I had it on 5 for a long time and it was producing mad smoke, but it was not flaming out. But now you can see the embers coming out and every once in a while you'll see the flame come out. So far, looking good. See you in a bit. All right, so we're on level 10. We're starting to see some flames come out of that diffuser. We're gonna do something here. We're gonna leave this side where it is, not over the diffuser, catching most of that heat that's resonating up and cooking the meat. On this side, we're actually gonna move it over so that as that fat starts to melt and drips onto the diffuser, it might cause some flare-ups. Flame kiss will hit that beef, maybe. We're not sure. So I'm gonna turn this off, loosen this and loosen this, and slide everything over to the right. Now turn it back on. Now, if that diffuser wasn't there, we couldn't do this because you don't want the juices dripping directly into the firebox. If that works well, we may end up moving this one over too. So we're still not getting any drippage. There is some juice starting to appear on that one right there. So we're gonna go ahead and move this one over as well. We're gonna get them both close to the flame. The meat is registering at about 80 degrees. So normally a ribeye you would cook in a pan or on the grates. It would only take a few minutes. This is probably more like a 30 or 40 minute cook on rotisserie with a lot of smoke up front. Fingers crossed, hopefully this thing works out. All right, so we're at 105 degrees according to the ThermoPro TempSpike. The ones on the outside are cooking very well. They look beautiful. The fat is starting to drip, but you can see right here that the ones that are closer in are not getting as cooked because they're not over the flame. So we're gonna go ahead and now move them back out. So lesson learned, we probably should have kept them out here from the beginning. If this doesn't work, next time we'll let it cook like this for a while and then add the flavor bar, get it super hot towards the end and let the flare-ups happen. People love our grill and smoker comparison series. We're looking for that next grill that we're gonna put up against the Weber Searwood. Check out our next grill up campaign on our website where you can vote with your dollars on which grill is next, and every dollar you donate will be a raffle ticket. Once it reaches 50%, we will spend our own money to buy the other 50%. We'll do our comparison series. We'll do the drawing and the winner gets the grill. Let's get back to the video. I will say this is a much longer cook than you would typically do ribeyes for because we're doing it all open air. We don't want to close this because we didn't want them to cook too fast. We want them to rotate, let that juice continue to stay in the meat and turn as the rotisserie turns, which should make it delicious. But we're gonna find out here pretty soon. See you in a bit. All right, so we're 50 minutes into this cook. They're looking beautiful. I will say, especially this one here looks amazing. This one here looks amazing. But the one over here on the left, for whatever reason, this one here is still not juicing very much. The one next to it is, and the thing is, the juice is not dripping at all. So what that tells me is the juice is staying on the meat and recirculating. It should be super tender, super juicy and delicious. I'm worried about this one here, but we can always sear that later and make quesadillas or sandwiches or whatever. But these three, I'm salivating over it. I think this may turn out good despite the fact that it's not what we were expecting with regards to no flame kiss. Don't know, it could be a fail. If it is, we'll tell you. If it's amazing, you gotta try this. Okay, so we just stopped this from rotating for a little bit to see if we would get drippage, and we did. Mad drippage. So it just reinforces the idea that when you're doing rotisserie, the juices stay in the meat and on the meat and continue to juice it up. If I stop that right now, you would see the juice just dripping down like a waterfall. But when it's turning, it doesn't happen. So this may be a thing. We're about to find out soon because we're almost at temp and I am salivating big time, big time. All right, so we cut into this just to see what's going on and it looks perfect. So we're gonna stop this now. We're gonna take these off and this is gonna be a little bit of a procedure here because it's super hot. Let me turn this on smoke boost while I do this. There we go. That'll make it a little bit easier on me. For some reason, I don't know how to explain this, but the left side is the hot side on this thing. Usually. Tonight, for whatever reason, it's not. The right side is the hot side. Can't explain it. We're gonna move these over. We're gonna let these cook a little bit longer. We'll let those rest for about 15 minutes and then we're gonna cut into them and see what's up. See you in a bit. All right, we got 2 out of the 4 here. They look fabulous, almost like Brazilian churrasco style. So let's cut right down the middle and give this a shot. Good. Looks amazing. Smells like smoky goodness. We got plenty of red there, steaming still. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Super garlicky, salty, peppery, very, very tender, juicy, and smoky. Donnie, give it a shot. Tell me what you think. The flavor can't be beat, can it? Look at that. Redness is just really good. Perfect. Try a piece of fat, see if it melts in the mouth. Man, that's good. This is a new thing, I think, Donnie. That we may have figured something out here. I think that rotisserie turning and you don't see the dripping until you turn the rotisserie off, and the juice just continues to what's the word I'm looking for? Just go back into the meat. Reinvigorate the meat. I like that. That's a good way to put it, Donnie. I am very happy with this cook. It's very different because we didn't do a sear like in a pan. It's just tender throughout. The flavor really stayed on the whole thing. The seasoning we put on there, you can definitely taste it. So if you put it on the sear grates, you basically are cooking off all of that flavor. The flavor stayed and it's there and you can taste it. It's a little spicy, it's salty. I'm in heaven right now, to be honest. I think I'm gonna do this more often. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Let me get that fly off the lens. You took one for the team.
What's the workman's comp?